What's cracking, guys? Omar Isaf here, back with another video. Back today to help you with your bench press. Help me, help you, help myself, because this is something that I actually need. This is something I've tested now for myself. It's helped out my bench press. Something I've had a problem with is just the bottom portion, staying tight with the bench press. We intuitively know, yeah, man, get your back set up tight, unrack the bar, cool, lower the bar, bring it to your chest, stay tight once again and press. But what happens when you film yourself, and I'm guilty of this once again, is that my elbows tend to shift back. And this is especially a problem for those that don't excessively arch. So if you have a moderate to low arch, if you're taller, so if you have longer limbs, this might affect you. Or also, like myself, just your bench pressing style, where I'm primarily a chest dominant bench press individual. So this means that likely if anything's to happen, some people over tuck or their elbows are too far forward. That's not gonna happen. What is likely to happen is my elbows drifting back. But let's fix this because we're bleeding power. And I'm gonna recommend everyone read Greg Knuckles' article all about elbow position on the bench press. It's true, some people tuck too damn much. Your elbow should essentially be underneath the wrist, underneath the barbell when you're pressing. So some people, they think too much, they tuck and becomes way too tricep dominant. They're not properly using their chest. That's not a mechanically advantageous position. When it comes to the bench press, the same can be said with your elbows drifting too far back too early. Yeah, you could totally flare on the way up, but when you even start to bring it down, what you tend to notice, before it touches your chest, your elbows drift back. That's not good. Why does this occur? Well, once again, the longer the range of motion, so if you're taller or if you don't use an arch, it's just harder to keep your elbows in line over that great distance. And what you can do to try and fix this is learning to keep your back tight. We know that we should retract our scapula, but what I want you to think about instead, and this changed it for me, this visual cue, instead of thinking of retracting them back like this, you want a V shape. So you want them back and then together. And if you think about this cue for those that bench press with a wider grip, because no longer are your arms parallel with one another, they're more like, let's just say they're around a 45-degree angle. When you retract, I don't want you thinking just shoving them back like this. I want them back and then together. And this is going to help you with that idea as you lower the bar, that the bar should be over your chest, your back should remain tight over those last 4 to 5 inches, because this is most likely when the elbow is going to roll forward. And you can now cue this for yourself by doing what's called a scapular push-up. What you want to do, one's open chain, one's closed chain, but it's basically the same thing. For the scapular push-up, you're going to get into a push-up position. You're going to really focus on retracting your shoulder blades properly together. Slowly lower yourself down to the ground till your chest touches almost the ground, and then just hold that isometric position. Exactly what you're doing with your back when it comes to a scapular push-up is what you want to do on the bench press. What we'll instead tend to do, we'll unrack, be pretty tight, and as we lower the weight, we're thinking more about our chest, our triceps, our shoulders. We're thinking of popping off the chest, or we're thinking about the front muscles, and then the back kind of just unwinds itself to help make room to bring the bar down through that range of motion. We roll forward, and then we try and press, and it's harder for us to press. So what you want to do, think about doing 3 sets of 10 of those scapular push-ups to learn that idea of keeping your shoulder blades retracted throughout the full range of motion. Then mimic that when you get back on the bench. So think lower the bar slowly, think keeping it tight, V shape, and almost like you're loading the weight onto your back is maybe another cue that'll help you out, to help me out. So the bar, as you're bringing it lower and lower, you think it's like a springboard where your back's just getting tighter and tighter. Again, don't bleed power, don't let the elbows roll back, don't let yourself get soft throughout those last 3 to 4 inches. Stay rock hard in a funky place. You should notice, and now I'm building my bench press back up, things feel a lot stronger at that bottom position. You're stronger, you're more stable, and now you have better pressing power. And especially if you want to do a pause bench press and you don't want to do, like a heave and sink where you just bring it all the way down and indents your chest and you kind of trampoline press. If you want true pressing power with a pause, this is especially relevant for everyone out there. This should help the longer limbed lifters. For some people, they're told, obviously you got some long limbs, bring it lower onto your chest, and then boom, what happens? The elbows float back. Think instead, keeping the back tight, keeping the elbows directly down, and a V shape with that retraction should help you complete full range of motion while remaining with the integrity of your back. Anyways, that's all the time we have in this video today. I have to get out of here. I'm sorry, this is what peak performance looks like. I was sweating up a storm. If you liked the video, I'm looking right at you. If you thought to yourself, shit, now I'm gonna bench more than 225, like the damn video, And I'll see all you guys, my rascals, in that next one. Peace.